Please be seated. We're all here today to celebrate the relationship of Angie and Spencer and to be witness and supporters of the commitment they share together. Together, we're a group of the most important people in their lives, and they've brought us here today to publicly recognize that we've all played a special part in the love they share. Angie and Spencer wanted me to thank you all for being here and to recognize how important each and every one of you are to their relationship. They would also like me to recognize all those who couldn't be here today and are certainly missed on this day of celebration, especially their dogs, Cletus and Claire. Speaking of important people, there were none more important in influencing the lives of Angie and Spencer than their parents. With that being said, who gives Angie away in marriage to this man?
Her mother and I.
Marriage gives permanence and structure to a couple's love. It's a way to tell one another that no matter what, we're in this together. It's more permanent than the weird tattoo that Spencer got in his early 20s, and it has more staying power than Angie's driving record when they first met. A good marriage must be built on the foundation of this commitment. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It's never being too old to hold hands. It's remembering to say I love you at least once a day. It's never going to sleep angry. It's remembering, it's standing together and facing the world. It is speaking words of appreciation and is demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It's having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 tells us, love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, and it does not boast. It is not proud. It is not rude. It is not self-seeking. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always prevails. Love never fails. Angie and Spencer, the vows you are about to make are a way to share your love and commitment to each other in your own words. These vows are a way of openly declaring and promise to one another, as well as all those here in attendance today. Angie, you may begin.
Alright. Okay, shall I speak into the dragon? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Spencer. There's been something about you since I met you. And I am very excited to be your wife. As we take this step with our lives, I promise to be your best friend. And I promise to laugh at all of your jokes. And I promise to be kind. And I promise to be loyal. And I promise to bring you a big glass of wine whenever we have a bad day. I will always do whatever I need to do to make sure that our love stays adventurous and interesting, even if that means being really excited about rat rods and motorcycles. And I promise to never question our love, even on the hardest days. I love you, Spencer. I've loved you since I whispered it when you were sleeping at the Quality Inn. And I promise to love you forever.
Angie, from the very first moment I saw you, the rest of my life flashed before my eyes. I knew you were the one I wanted to spend my life with. You were the most beautiful, smart, and generous person I've ever known. Your heart and mind inspire me to be the best person I can be. The warmth, compassion, and patience you have shown has changed my whole perspective on life. And it's never felt more real. I vow to love you as you deserve to be loved, take you serious when you need to be taken serious, and laugh the rest of the time. I vow to you to support your interests and nourish your passions, and I will work by your side to create a wonderful life and home together. I vow to give you all of me and my full attention. I promise to be your rock, your southern gentleman, your best friend, and your husband.
Okay, that was good. That was really good. That was good. Angie and Spencer will now exchange rings to symbolize their commitment. Rings are derived from humble beginnings of imperfect metal to create something striking where there was once nothing at all. It is customarily worn as the ring finger, as the ring finger is the only one with a vein running directly to the heart. The wearing of the rings is a visible outward sign that they have committed themselves to one another. Spencer, please take Angie's hand. And repeat these words. I give you this ring as a symbol of our love.
I give you this ring as a symbol of our love.
For today and tomorrow and for all days to come.
For today and tomorrow and for all days to come.
Wear it as a sign that we have promised on this day.
Wear it as a sign that we promised on this day.
And know that my love is present.
And know that my love is present.
Even when I am not.
Even when I am not.
Angie, take Spencer's hand. And repeat these words. I give you this ring as a symbol of our love.
I give you this ring as a symbol of our love.
For today and tomorrow and for all days to come.
For today and tomorrow and for all days to come.
Wear it as a sign of what we have promised on this day.
Wear it as a sign of days to come.
And know that my love is present.
And know that my love is present.
Even when I am not.
Even when I am not.
By sharing your vows and exchanging rings here today, you both have decided to share the rest of your lives together. You are no longer two separate people, but one couple together. Angie and Spencer have decided to incorporate an ancient Celtic tradition of hand fasting to represent their commitment. This is a symbolic binding of the hands that inspired the terms bonds of holy matrimony and to tie the knot. Throughout history, in many different ways, and throughout different parts of the world, the hands of the bride and groom were bound as a sign of their commitment to one another. The cords are not permanent, but perishable as a reminder that all things of the material eventually return to the earth, unlike the bond and connection of eternal love. Angie and Spencer, this cord is a symbol of the lives that you have chosen to lead together. It is strong enough to hold you together during times of struggle, yet flexible enough to allow for individuality and personal growth. As your hands are now bound together, You shall live your lives bound as one, sharing in all things in love and loyalty for all time to come. Angie and Spencer, you have professed your love by exchanging your vows. You have symbolized your commitment by exchanging rings, and you have expressed the joining of your lives with the Celtic tradition. With all of this, there's just one more question I need you to answer. Angie, do you take Spencer to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Spencer, do you take Angie to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Do you promise to love her and comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I do.
By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Spencer, you may kiss your bride. It is my honor and privilege to be the first to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Spencer Brown.
We can make it if we try. Just a few of us building big houses way on high. Just a few of us, you and I. Just a few of us. Let's get it together, baby.
Mr. Parris? Everyone else, we will proceed down to the